Please be seated. Yes, ma'am. Hang on just 1 second. Let me look for something here. Okay. Folks, we have a few people still trying to come in, so we're just delaying a moment here till they can. We'll let them get through. All right. Deputy, I understand that our jury has a verdict. Let me remind everyone that's present, we are in a court of law. When the verdict is read, please remain quiet. The court has to advise different people of different things, and I need to be quiet in the courtroom if you would, please. Would you bring our jury in, please?
That's everyone, Judge. We got everyone's case.
Thank you.
All right, you're in.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome back. I understand from our deputy that you have reached a verdict. Is that correct? If you'd hand it to the court deputy, please. Thank you. Defendant, please rise. Madam Clerk, if you would publish the verdict, please.
In the Circuit Court of the Ninth Judicial Circuit, in and for Orange County, Florida, case number 48, 2012 CF 14950-8-0, State of Florida versus Bessman Okafor. Verdict: Count 1 as to Alex Zaldivar. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Verdict as to count 2 as to Brianna Campos. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of attempted first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Verdict count 3 as to Remington Campos. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of attempted first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Verdict as to count 4. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of armed murder of a dwelling with explosive or dangerous weapon as charged in the indictment. So say we all, this 25th day of August, 2015 at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, signed by juror number 3-4%.
Thank you. Please be seated. State, would you like the jury polled?
Yes, sir.
Madam Clerk, would you poll the jury, please?
Juror number 3, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 17, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 21, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 39, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 41, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 43, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 58, are these your true and correct verdicts? Juror number 67, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 79, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 87, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 93, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. And juror number 106, are these your true and correct verdicts? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Clerk. The poll has confirmed the verdicts as read in this matter. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we know that you have taken a lot of time on this case already, and that you will be going into recess in a little bit in order to allow the attorneys and the court to prepare for the second part of this trial, the penalty phase. Although you have deliberated and reached verdicts as to the defendant's guilt in the first part of the trial, you may not discuss either amongst yourselves or with anyone else what punishment should be recommended in this matter. When we return from this recess, you will hear additional evidence, arguments by the attorneys, and instructions on the law governing the penalty phase and the recommendation to the court. It is your duty to keep an open mind as to what recommendation this jury should make to the court after hearing the additional matters in the penalty phase. Therefore, please continue to avoid reading any newspaper coverage on this case, watching anything on television or news, listening to anything on the news or on the radio or on the internet. Please do not discuss this case with spouses, parents, other family members, church members, ministers, friends, co-workers, neighbors, or any other person. Please continue to avoid overhearing discussions by anyone about this case, including other people in the area of the courthouse who may not know that you are on the jury in this case. We are going to allow you to go home today and to come back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You'll be free for the rest of the day in this matter, and we'll ask you to be returned at 9 a.m. so that we can start phase 2 in this particular matter. We understand that these instructions are somewhat difficult, but if you have any trouble understanding them or any difficulty following them, please let a deputy know, and he will notify me, and I will address those with you. State, do you have any other matters that we need to take care of before we send the jury out on recess at this point? And you'll be prepared to proceed tomorrow morning with the state's portion of the case at 9 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
All right. And defense, any other matters that you need the court to address prior to letting the jury recess? and you'll be prepared to start tomorrow at 9 a.m. I know the state goes first, but I mean, you'll be prepared to go tomorrow. Is that correct? All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, and with the thanks of the court and the continuing thanks of the court, we're going to let you go home. A little different situation, so you've got to be very careful about what is said around you and what you hear. We will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Yes. That's right, you have your lunch. You ordered your lunch, but you haven't gotten your lunch. Do you all know what a bag lunch is? You get to take your bag lunch home. So we're going to have the deputies give that to you. Is it here yet, Dave? Okay, we'll go ahead and get it to you from the jury room, and you can take that home with you. All right? Thank you all very much. We need to call the other jurors too to tell them to be back. We'll put that correct. We'll make that. I think the clerk incorrectly and inadvertently announced the date of the 25th of the verdict. It was actually today, the 26th. Is that correct? All right. Thank you. And it's all right. Thank you very much. Any other matters that we need to take care of from the state standpoint? From the defense? We will be in recess. I think so. Yeah, let's get Mr. Mosley and Mr. Altman. Let me see you both for just a second. Mr. Altman? Just a second.
Escorted out of a camp.